Well, hey there, YouTube. It's Petey Two Finger, and I am here to do an unboxing video. FedEx just stopped by my place, and I had a nice little chat with the driver, who was really friendly. And I felt like I wanted to invite him in. He was he was such a nice guy, and a younger African American guy who was so friendly and polite, and we had a wonderful little chat as he delivered my new guitar. So the story behind this, of course, I'm going to tell a story. Um, I have a Washburn, like a dreadnought, and I consider that to be my acoustic. That's the one that I played the most. I used to record myself. I would have a mic that would pick up the guitar as well, and I would put a delay, an echo on it, and set up a little Fender. A little Champ amplifier. And I had various different types of mics. I remember using a Radio Shack microphone that had two elements. It was a stereo mic that terminated in RCA connectors, and it took an internal AA battery to power the preamp. And that was like a condenser. It was like two condenser elements, so it really picked up a lot in that area, which enabled me to get a good amount of the guitar into the mic and my vocal, even though I wasn't right up on it. So the sound wasn't bad, and it had a good amount of high-end information. So I would put this delay on and play in tempo so it would echo a little bit, and that helps your voice. It helps to make your voice sound a little bit more produced, you know. And I would play all kinds of stuff and sing, like old Pink Floyd stuff, and I had some original stuff that I wouldn't do. And so that took up a portion of my life where I wasn't playing electric. I went on this thing where I just played acoustic guitar, and I used to go out to the woods and play. And it's like just sitting on a picnic table with my jean jacket on in the fall with a beer, you know, and a pipe. And it was just a great way to spend a couple of hours. It was cheap fun. Also in that time period, I began playing piano, and I used the same setup. I used I want to say I dropped the mic behind the soundboard of the upright piano. My mom had a really nice upright piano. I have no idea what happened to that. I don't want to know. I have visions of my brothers throwing it into a dumpster. But I don't know what happened to that. Oh my God, I don't even want to go there. But yeah, I would do the same thing. I had a yardstick that I would lay on top of the piano and put one of my mom's blue crystal vases on it to counterweight the microphone, and I'd put the mic up there and have this delay running, and sing and play piano. So my wife has these tapes that are embarrassing, you know. I'm singing on them. And then I remember I had a friend, J.C. Mitchell, and that guy he went on vacation, he came back, and he had like a Spectrum or a Johnson or a Rogue, some kind of a like mass-produced half-size guitar, like half-size. Now, he wasn't the tallest guy, and I think he had a bit of a complex about that. at this age, because he was a little younger, you know, we were like, he was like maybe 17, 18. And he really didn't like that guitar. I played it all the time when I was over there, this miniature acoustic guitar that had a decent fretboard, and I just fell in love with this guitar, you know. So he gave me that guitar, and I have no idea what happened to it. It something where it got left behind. I didn't have it very long, and it either got stolen or I left it somewhere. I didn't want to go back there. So I've had this thing where I had this guitar, then I didn't have it, and it's been bothering me in the back of my mind, like ever since I hurt my back. I was like, I want to get a half size acoustic guitar to have here to plunk around on it. So that brings us here. I was looking on an online auction site, and I discovered they had several of these Yamaha Junior guitars, FG1. And they look like, it looks like it's a decent guitar. Doesn't look like it's a piece of crap. I know it is a laminate guitar. I think it's laminated Sitka, or I'll have to look that up. Don't quote me on that. I'm sure I'm wrong about that. So it's here. The guitar is here, and I was going to unbox it on camera so you guys could relish the moment with me. Should we just open this thing up after, 10 minutes of me yakking? Now I have better tools for this job. And I may very well flip this around. It's small. This is a small guitar, which is exactly what I wanted. If you're here, if anyone's here, and you don't know my story. I've got herniated discs. I've got a degenerative spinal disease, and I have one bulged disc and one ripped disc. So that just means I have a lot of back pain. It's bad. So you could say I'm a huge weenie for purchasing this. You know, I'm a full-grown man and I got a kiddie guitar. The idea behind this is something I could maybe keep in here, keep near me, and grab it and go. So I paid $34 for this. Then you throw in the shipping, the handling, and the tax, and it comes up to a little bit more. But they auction these guitars they come up fairly often. But I really I tend to be a little bit more tight-lipped about where I'm. If you're a personal friend of mine, you already know. My friends know where I get this stuff. But it's a really competitive. So there's some schmutz on the case. Yeah, it'll come off. Take a little toothbrush and a little water. Should we open it up? The case seems to be much higher quality than any other little zipper case. Typically, this is it's like padded. I'm impressed with the case. Oh wow! No separation at the neck. There's a scratch, some dents. It's been loved. It's got some chipping on the sides. The neck is good. The neck seems Yeah, it's really small. This is this is really small guitar. Now, some of these chips, I will more than likely do a little bit of sanding to take the bite out of some of these chips, and also I have some black paint here that I can fill in to take just some of the bite out of some of these chips. So yeah, I looked, and the gauge of strings is going to take me a minute because I'm going to pull up my social media because I made a post. I have like 60 friends on my social media, and I don't think anyone, or maybe just a handful of people, are following me. I got a little bit upset with one of the persons who was following me, who the last day that we were friends, I had 6 things up, and they commented, or their name was on all 6 things. Like, they were just, every single thing that I put up, their name was on it, or had their thumbs up or whatever and comment. And I just couldn't take it. I mean, it's my social media, you know? So that person is no longer friends. I'm taking a little bit of a break. And oftentimes, like, I'll get up around 70 friends, and then all of a sudden, oh, I only have 30. I wonder what happened. And that's because I go and delete a bunch of people. But like, this is what I use. This is a great post. 0.012, 0.016, 0.025, or 24. 0.033 or 0.032, 0.043 or 0.042, 0.053 is the Yamaha Junior FG1 string gauges. So that's this post that I made in my social media, and I commented under it. And then the idea is that if next year I want to put strings on this, I can just go to my Facebook and type in Yamaha Junior. And then in Facebook I can tell it, look for posts by me that have these words in it, and that post will come up, and then I use my my social media more as a link dump and a personal notebook. And that's the way I like it. And I also did comment on here. I wrote, we won an online auction for this mini half-size acoustic guitar for me to play. Since my back injury, I've stopped playing my larger acoustic guitars, as they kind of hurt my back. This guitar cost about $100 new. We played less than $50. It looks new in the auction images and includes the case. The guitar is arriving tomorrow, and I will more than likely clean it up, and if I have the proper strings, restring it. So I am excited. Now, I will say this guitar it's more banged up than I had hoped for. That's the thing about shopping with the online auction. The neck, there's one dinger in the neck. There's one dinger. You see it? There's the dinger. But the edges are chewed up pretty good. Pretty good. And I will sand that out a little bit to just smooth it out a little so it's not so bitey, like I said. And then I will also more than likely fill in some of that with a little bit of paint. Made by YMMJ Company Limited in Indonesia. Yamaha FG Junior JR1 is what it says in. Isn't that a neat looking little sticker? Yeah, there's another dinger up here on the neck. right in there. I don't know if you can see that. But I've got my finger right on it and it doesn't. It doesn't. And there's spots all around the neck that I will color in. But the it looks like original strings. And is there a plastic coating on this pickguard that hasn't been removed? Yes! 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 Look at that! Wow, what an improvement we have! What an improvement, like a brand new guitar. And I tell you what, I've got my work cut out for me. The first thing that I'll do is oh man, that took a major hit there. It's like cracked right in here. That's the worst spot on the guitar, is right there. And I will be able to touch that up. The front's really not as bad as the back. The back is really chewed up. The fretboard looks good, but it's really, really dry. The fretboard is really dry, and these strings are horrific. So what I will be doing now, like I said, is just setting up a workstation. I don't have to worry about a real lot of light, although I will set some lights up. I tend to have something that I call a left light, which I'll have some lighting on my right, and then I'll have a lamp on a stand with a gooseneck, and I put that on the left. So then you have light on both sides coming in, and I'll use this Captain Tomorrow this thing. I got 3 of those from my little brother for Christmas, and man, they're great. So with my sanding stuff that I've got here, my paints, my polishes, my waxes, crayons to color match this thing. And I may have to wait to get some of this stuff done until the wife comes home to find some of this stuff. I do have some markers here somewhere. There's a set of colored markers, but like I need a brown. I need something for up here. I need a reddish brown. But like I said, between all of my little doctoring it up and then polishing it, it's going to come back to life. But the most important thing will be putting a new set of strings on it, because those strings are dog dead awful. And I don't know what I have here. I know I've got some strings that are labeled acoustic. I think these take a, yeah, see, they just say acoustic. I was supposed to go through this and be all ready. Electric guitar strings. Acoustic phosphor bronze. GHS acoustics. So these are, they've got the sticker over adjust the gauge. Isn't this exciting? Joining Petey for one of his videos. Okay, it says L and a 5/4. 5/4. Yeah, I think these are the ones. Acoustic guitar strings, A023, Alice. SL or L. A203. We got bronze first deck acoustic strings. So yeah, this I might be better off doing this off camera so I don't bore the teeth off of you guys. I'm overall I'm thrilled about this. It is the exactly. Yeah, this is going to really take some getting used to playing in this smaller scale. But after a few minutes of playing on it, I can usually adapt myself pretty good. And the idea behind this is just to have something that fits comfortably while I'm seated, which this does. And yeah, these things are strings are what I would call sticky, so it's kind of tough to play. But yeah, I'm pleased with this. It's really about what I would expect to pay. Like I paid 50 for this thing, and it's like that's what I would expect it to be worth. I wouldn't like even if this thing was new, to me it's not worth much more than that. But things are way more expensive than they used to be, and that's a fact of life. So I'm absolutely thrilled about this. Looking for something in the like parlor size range that would be like 3 inches bigger would be the only other thing I would be after. Um, and you know that's the thing about this place. They like to get $60 for the guitars. That's what they like to get. So you're not gonna get a good deal. You're not gonna get a $30 guitar unless it's something's wrong with it or it's really a toy. They do make money on the shipping. It's a for profit place. It's not Salvation Army. So you can't really get a good deal. The type of deals I like to get. They're really rare, and anything. And that's the thing about this place. It'll look like it's a decent deal, and then there's all these people bidding on it that just seem to be bidding just because they're high. They don't show up at the last minute. So it's like, oh, I could use one of those. Let me bid on it and jack the price up. And then, what was once $7.99, real quickly it turns into $39. And then, you look at the shipping, and the shipping is, at least $23 for the shipping. So it is what it is. From what I understand, back in the day, it used to be a little bit better there, like easier to get a deal, and there was less people that knew about it. Now the cat's out of the bag, so you get everybody and his brother in there, and the feeding frenzy on the musical instruments is unbelievable. Like even in the past 6 months, I noticed how much worse it is. The demand, how people are bidding like the bases. You used to see them in there going for $20, and then with like 25 shipping, it's a $50 base. Now they're all like 80 and $90. It doesn't matter what it is, whatever, it's a base. It's gonna be around $100, which is a shame because to me it seemed like it was a place you could get a good deal and get it shipped to your house, which is really cool, isn't it? But it's not. There are no good deals on this thing, and I feel like I paid exactly what this is worth, new at retail, $50. That's for what this is, and that's actually, in my opinion, it's a little steep because I'm so poor. I mean, I haven't worked in a long time, so we don't spend money like that because we don't have it, Anyway, you guys, thank you for joining me in this unboxing. I hope you enjoyed it. I don't know if you'll see this thing around. It's the type of thing that it's just, it's the kind of thing that I'm just going to plunk around in here, and I don't think I'm going to be. I don't think I'm going to be doing much more with it than what I just did, just plunking around. So it's not going to be something you're going to see me playing. I very well would like to use it for recording, but I'm not sure how that's going to happen. I recorded a couple pieces, mostly using MIDI, and then I replaced the contact membranes in the MIDI keyboard that I have here, the one that I really want to use. So that's ready to go. I've got this guitar. I'm going to be working on that over the next couple of days. I'm going to be going in and getting my stitches removed. So that's a significant thing. Hopefully I'll begin to feel a little better. I've been feeling kind of just dumpy. And that's the same thing every time this year. It's just like, I don't know, I just feel like, I'll have some sleepless nights and bad mornings where I'm waking up, and it's just kind of like the weight of the world. And I honestly, I use this Verilux sun lamp when I do these YouTube videos, and I think that helps because I think that's what it is. I think it's just seasonal affective disorder. So as we move into this thing, it's like it gets worse. Like, they have Valentine's in the second week of February for a reason. By that time, you need something, So this is typically when I will be recording music. And as far as that goes, purchasing this was part of that. I wanted to figure out how I could utilize how can I get a good sound trying to record an acoustic guitar. So I've got 3 of them to do that with. And I like the idea of having 3 different guitars and tracking with all 3. So that's what that's all about. And hopefully I'll be well enough, and this arm is going to be working right. And we'll get some new original music coming soon, and looking forward to when the weather breaks, we'll get back out and we'll do more live music with remotes. We have a whole new 10-song set of it's instrumental music, so that's probably what we're going to be playing this season. And that should be fun. So look forward to that. You guys take care of yourselves, hug your pets, and peace.